You're not gonna turn into a recluse with creepy information on everyone in the galaxy, are you? My associate's trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
I miss you, but it's been 2 years. I don't want to put pressure on you.
He's a cop. They try to stop Kolyat and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
I've got all the secrets of the galaxy at my fingertips. Give me 10 minutes and I could start a war.
You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target? I was the only good thing he had back then. But I left him, as I left Kolyat. This isn't working, Shepard. We're making no progress.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see.
I'm done being patient.
Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
And hello there, troops. We're back at it with Mass Effect 2, the legendary Dash. And you're watching Ace of Space Gaming with your host for the day, Thumbs, myself. And I do really apologise, troops. You know, I've said it. And I got a few videos that there's been some technical issues with Mass Effect. When I got a new laptop, things kept skipping when I had the capture card and the mic plugged in. It was so
As you requested,
annoying.
I have acquired the soul name for the leader of the Hanar's Inkindler religion.
The Inkindlers. Nice. Maybe I'm going to pause it. Because he was going to do that. But, oh yeah, technical issues, but that's not the point. Since it's been a while, I'm going to try and quickly go over basically the Shadow Broker DLC, because that's the last thing we done on the playthrough. And I'm hoping you're excited that we're back with Mass Effect, because I know I'm excited to be playing it again, and I won't go over how I fixed the issues. It's not important. It's just the important thing is we're playing Mass Effect again. So, in the DLC, Lair, the Shadow Broker, as I said, we finished it. I think I said it. But basically Liara became the Shadow Broker. Like, long story short, that's what happened. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. The last couple episodes, because it took a while. But it's worth it, because it's a really good DLC. It's got betrayal, it's got explosions, it's got spectres, other than Shepard, and it's got a Yag. However you want to say that, I don't know how you pronounce it. And he was the Shadow Broker. Turns out it was a really good review. Oh, and also, I forgot, there was Liara saving her pal Theron, who actually helped get Shepard's body back after the collector ship blew up and she was spaced. There's a whole thing. But basically, the Shadow Broker and Theron were involved in that, and the collectors. And Theron got caught by the Shadow Broker. That's why Liara wanted to go after him. That's why we ended up killing him. Yeah, we killed him. Pretty awesomely as well. Liara done a great job. Teamwork makes the dream work. But the DLC was just full of really good banter between them all. I love it. And there was a really cool car chase scene. It had it all, really, didn't it? It was just a really good DLC. And they had a little moment as well. Because, you know,
But
at
from
the
here
start,
on out,
Liara
things will be
kind of
simple.
didn't want to talk
Get in,
about
get Theron,
them
get out.
because she was just focusing on Theron. I don't finger quotes and you didn't see it, but that doesn't matter. But she was trying to distract herself, I think, because it had been 2 years and everybody thought Shepard was dead, so, you know, they were mourned Shepard. And I guess you can't really just make that disappear overnight. So they finally got to have their little moment, and, you know, they didn't even have to say anything. They just know, you know, because they're absolutely meant to be, and it's adorable. And then that's when Liara was like, "Oh, is it crazy? Is it bad that I want to be the Shadow Broker?" And then she was like, "But I got so much. I could give you so much information about it." And Shepard's just like, "Well, I guess I can't stop you. You're an adult now, right?" But it was all good. Oh, 2 seconds. And then we're here at her base, the Shadow Broker's base, who is Liara, with Glyph, who keeps talking. So I'm going to pause it for 2 more seconds, because there's one tiny more thing to do before, like, kind of completely finishing the DLC. I get to talk to Liara again. And then I'm just going to kind of do that now, because it just makes sense to get it all and done with. And then, right after that, we're going to move on to... We're going to be doing or finishing off the loyalty missions of everyone. I was thinking about just going to do things because I'm sure I've mentioned that I'm going to be doing... Or I'm going to be romancing him this playthrough, and I've never done his before, so kinda intrigued to see how it's going to go. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that after we're talking to Liara. So, come and join us on this lovely episode, this lovely brand new episode of Mass Effect 2, where I'm just happy to be back, and I hope you're happy to be back with me. So, strap yourself in, troops. We're gonna have some emotions, and then perhaps some more emotions. We're gonna have an emotion-filled episode. What a good way to bring the playthrough back. Am I right? But let us get into it, troops. Let's start the adventure of Shepard once more. Okay, Cliff, now can you go away, please? I'm just trying to have fun here. Hi! Wait. I got a model to get. Can't miss those models. Let me know if you play Mass Effect in the comments. Do you collect all the models, or do you try to collect all the models? Because like I try, but I always miss like one. And I always open this, because what have you? Lovely. Also, there's terminals where we can like find out about the crew and all that. Like dossiers. I could read them all out there now, but to be honest, I just kind of want to play the game. It's been a minute since I've played Mass Effect, so I'll go over this in a second, you know, guys? In another minute, right?
Elcos Combine stock reports are hiding a weakness in their last quarterly financial statements.
Yeah?
I'm downloading their pre-audit papers.
Oh, I'd snitch. Oh, and actually, 2 seconds, we can go talk to Thane. I forgot he's actually here. And we can update our stuff here as well, it's cool. Oh! I actually forgot there's another thing over here we can do. That's really important, let's go do that. Thane, I'll be waiting in a second.
What does this console do?
This is the video surveillance access point. I've queued up the archive footage you requested on your last visit, Shadow Broker.
Yeah. So this
Aria
is
to Loke. Omega.
This is what the Shadow Broker had his eye on. Well, I guess whilst he was alive. We'll zoom in. And then, I mean, none of them are kind of like significant, but one of them leads to a little kind of thing in 3, which is really cute. So this is why we're watching this. Just pay attention. If I shut up. Uh-oh. I think that's the guy that betrayed Aria. They just loop.
Emily Wong. Citadel.
Emily Wong, remember her? She was the reporter. The nice one that you don't punch. I mean, see, they're not all significant. She's just dancing. It's pretty strange that he's watching her dance.
Fred
You know?
Mazai. Citadel.
Who's Fred Mazai again? I don't remember. Having a nice wee chat with yourself. Got you.
Donnell Udina. Citadel.
Udina. Oh. Oh, so he's just a douchebag to everybody. Got you. Knew it.
Armando Bailey. Citadel.
Bailey, are you okay? Is that alcohol? You better be alright, buddy. Aw, I feel like we should go talk to Bailey now.
David Anderson. Citadel.
Anderson! What? You're not supposed to understand it, I don't think, but very secretive of him, right?
Praetor Gavorn. Omega.
I think he's the Turian that's like to the left of the entrance of the club as an afterlife. It's been a minute. Wow. Don't play Mass Effect for a couple of weeks and your brain just fries. Because you need it in your life. I'm joking. But, yeah, I think that's what that is. Nice. Okay, so he's just killing some Vodra. Going.
Kalisa bint Sinan al-Jilani, Citadel.
That's the bad reporter, the one that you day punch. Everybody's punching her, man. Love it. She deserves it.
Keeper 20, Citadel.
Why is he keeping an eye on a random keeper? On this, why is there a Deed Krogan next to that keeper? Did it kill it, or is it just ignoring it? Suspicious.
Matriarch Atheta, Ilium.
This is the important one. Look at who she's looking at. It's the barmaid from that club on Ilium. Look at that. Why is she looking at a video, I think? Yeah, a video of Liara. Why? Why? Come find out next time on Mass Effect. Right.
Erdnot Torsk, Tachanka.
Remember, keep a pen in it. Just remember that little video. Who are they throwing in there? Is that better not be Malin? Is that just another Solarian scientist? That's a sin. Sorry, bud.
Elias Kellum, Omega.
Elias Kellum. We haven't saw him yet. I don't think. Oh wow! Wow! He is a douchebag. I think we might be seeing him today. Actually, maybe.
Jacob Taylor, Normandy SR2.
Did the Shadow Broker have a crush on Jacob? I actually kind of forgot Jacob was a thing for a minute. And no, that's depressing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so he's just working it. Well, perfect. The Shadow Broker is weird. Or was weird. No, it's Liara. You better delete that camera.
Subject 0.
Oh.
Purgatory. Ship now defunct.
Jack. Oh, nice. I always like that move. How can you not do that when we're actually fighting? Very cool. Nice. I don't know why you'd be watching that either, but awesome. Awesome.
Aria Talo.
Oh.
Omega.
We are done here. Let's just be snippets of things, you know. I don't know if the Jack one means anything or if it's just showing you he was watching it. Not too sure. But there we have it. He was spying on everybody. And there will be different ones next time. That actually we do need to come back to see.
From Senator James Kane has secured the
I don't care. I'm talking to Farron.
Shepard, glad you stopped by. We don't get many visitors.
Take it easy. You've been through a lot.
Yeah. So have you,
You're
Shepard?
probably right. I never did say thanks for the rescue.
You're welcome.
Liara never gave up on you, Farron. I just helped.
I'm still amazed Liara came for me. I'll never forget what either of you did.
I can log that in the archives for you, sir.
I see you met the secretary.
Not a fan of Glyph, I take it. I love that you can ask about that. It's like, so what are you used to? Maybe I'll ask about the drone, can I, break the ice a bit. Yeah, I'm glad he said he'll never forget what we both done for him, because, I done a lot for it. I was the one that got you the information. Well, technically the elusive man helped, but that's not the point.
Looks like you've made a friend.
The drone follows everyone. I don't know why the broker kept it around.
I'm a shell for a specialized data processing VI, custom built to your specifications, Shadow Broker.
Nice.
It helps coordinate the network's massive information feeds, but it could use a different interface tone.
You deemed my default personality sufficient for your needs, Shadow Broker.
I wish it would stop calling me that.
I'll ask him how he's doing. Yeah, he went through a lot, apparently. It was like, 2 years of torture? I mean, I can only assume.
How you holding up, Farron?
I'll be alright. I wasn't always strapped into that interrogation chair. Drell can mentally escape into old memories.
Solipsism. Yeah,
It came in handy on the bad days.
I think. A bit insensitive, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
How many times did the Shadow Broker hook you up to that contraption?
A lot. It gets fuzzy. He made the guards watch, as an example.
Wow. I'm gonna ask about how he met Liara.
How did you and Liara both end up looking for my body?
Cerberus headhunted me and Liara to steal your body from the Shadow Broker. I was working for the broker at the time, and he's the one who scraped up your remains in the first place.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? The Shadow Broker technically saved Shepard. And then she killed him.
What turned you against the Shadow Broker?
Yeah.
He started working for the Collectors. You weren't their first victim. I was an information trader, not a slaver.
Information broker, huh? So what's your plans after it?
What will you do now that you're a free man?
I want to help Liara rebuild this place. But after that,
Your schedule's getting full, sir. Let me sync it to your Omni tool.
no thanks, I'm fine.
Do you not just think that Farron is such a lovely looking character though? Like the colours are stunning. Honestly, I've always thought that, and even in the comics, he's a really nice looking Drill. He's just really good character creation, character design, I think. But how is Liara as the Shadow Broker anyway, though? Instead of talking about how nice Farron looks.
How do you think Liara's doing as the new Shadow Broker?
Operations are almost fully recovered after a slight dip in efficiency.
Good.
Ever since we repaired the network, Liara's been glued to the archives. I caught her sleeping at her desk more than once. She's busy, but I think she likes it that way.
And then that's how we bring in the relationship. But also, I haven't played this since we left the playthrough, so she hasn't been at this for days. This is like her first day. Lies.
For 2 years, Liara didn't stop looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
You two must have been close.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good friend. Better than I deserve.
Mm-hmm. Bit quiet on the subject, I see.
Take it easy, Farron.
Kidding.
Thanks.
Anytime. Look after yourself. Glyph, leave me the hell alone. Anyway, we're going to talk to Liara because we got that thing to finish off. Okay. Hi, Liara.
How are you doing, Liara?
I'm a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. The Shadow Broker had more resources than you can imagine. Here, come on over.
Come on in.
He had top-level access to the Turian and Asari governments. And more than one Solarian Dalatros traded intel.
Oh?
At least I get to share it with you.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell her to be careful.
You're not gonna turn into a recluse with creepy information on everyone in the galaxy, are you?
I can understand the temptation. I've got all the secrets of the galaxy at my fingertips. Give me 10 minutes and I could start a war.
Well,
But I've got a purpose. Helping you stop the Reapers.
Oh.
That will keep me honest.
Well,
you know, relatively speaking.
yeah. I hope so. Oh, I could have said them both. I should have said that one first then. But anyway.
If you're in over your head, we could just crash this thing and walk away.
That's just it. In a way, I feel like I belong here. Working on my own, I was always hunting for leads. With the Shadow Broker's resources, it's about organizing, cataloging. I've got everything, Shepard. This is a dream job. Although, the location could be better.
That is very true. But it's also a pretty awesome location, let's be honest. But, can I just have a mentioned how cute they two are? Kidding. It's really cool that, I guess, Liara has found her place in the world as the Shadow Broker. Who would have saw that coming? I mean, in Mass Effect 1 she was this mad-wee... I was gonna say naive, but I don't think naive's the word I'm looking for. But you know, she was all like, oh, how could I be so dense? It's like, you know, like fainting when things get too much. She's changed. But it's great, because character development is one of my favourite things in games. So, I love it. But, what have we got?
Have you found anything useful yet?
The Shadow Broker knew about the Reapers. Perhaps that's why he offered to help prove Saren's guilt to the Council.
He didn't want Saren to succeed.
Yeah.
He also knew that the Collectors were Protheans, repurposed to be Harbinger's puppets.
Wow.
There's even some data on the Protheans. I think he knew what was coming and was looking for a way to survive.
That's crazy. He knew about the Reapers. He knew about the Protheans and all that. And the Collectors. Well, ask about Farron, why don't you? Let's ask about the Prothean data. Yeah.
Why was he still looking at Protheans? They gave us the warning in the conduit at Ilos, but we've used those.
The Shadow Broker seemed to think there was more out there.
Oh.
Perhaps the Protheans had other plans. Or maybe he was just grasping at anything that offered some hope.
True. Well, yeah, how did you know about him?
How'd you know what the Shadow Broker was?
I didn't. I had no idea what to expect when we finally found him. But I researched pre-spaceflight cultures during some of my Prothean studies.
Oh.
I know a bit about the Yogg. There's more on the terminals if you want to look. They're a fascinating culture, and a terrifying one.
We just kicked his butt. I guess I'll ask about Farron, even though we just spoke to him.
How's Farron doing?
As well as you'd expect, after 2 years of intermittent torture.
Yeah.
He gonna be okay?
I don't know. He wants to work, so I'm letting him help. Maybe it takes his mind off it.
Oh, there's the question. Definitely, you know. Like, you didn't even know him long and you're this attached. Come on. I'm kinda joking.
So, you and Farron?
Are just friends. I believe you made it clear that I was, as you humans say, taken.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you are. As Shepard's about to go on a date with Thane. It's all for the plot. But I guess let's talk about us, perhaps.
You know, I didn't come down here just to talk about data.
Speaking of...
Look, about the kiss.
Hey.
We just finished the fight. I miss you, but it's been 2 years. I don't want to put pressure on you.
Put pressure, smasher. She's like, oh, it's just adrenaline. Get the fuck. That's a lie, and you know it. Obviously, we're going for that.
I've got fond memories of the last time you put pressure on me.
So do I.
Why don't you come to the Normandy for drinks?
Oh.
I'd like that.
Well, let's go right this second. Like, don't even get us saying to do anything. Just like, let's go.
Good. Get your things and come on up.
Okay, thanks. I'll be right there.
Nice.
Just give me a minute.
Oh. What are you doing? Oh, look at the way she's looking at her. She's so cute. Oh, look at that. Oh. Look at those two. Can you tell I'm obsessed? Oh, having a drink, are we? I should go dressed up, Shepard. You should have wore something nice. Hi. Oh, the music, though.
Did you enjoy the tour?
Oh.
Yes, it's a beautiful ship. And I ran into Joker. He seemed happy to see me. Although he did ask if you and I would be acting out scenes from some vid called Vanya.
Of course he did.
I'll tell you about that soon. If you don't know.
I also spoke with Dr. Chakwas.
Aw.
I'm glad she's doing well. I brought you something. It took some digging, but I recovered your tags.
Thank you. Obviously, I'm going to say thank you. They're not mine. How rude.
I thought I'd never see these again.
You can't get back everything you lose, but sometimes you get lucky.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the plan.
How are you actually doing, Shepard? I mean, really. Not what you tell your squad to keep morale up.
Oh, oh, look, she can see right through Shepard. She's like, I know, there's something wrong. Everybody's just like, yeah, okay, Shepard's fine. Liara knows Shepard. They have a bond. And you know, I always kinda, with Liara and kinda Garrus, I kinda let Shepard open up a bit. I like to think that she's got at least Liara, and she's got a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people on this ship at the minute, but Liara, Tali, and Garrus have been there like for the get-go, so besties. And Rex, obviously, but you know, he's on Tuchanka right now. So we're gonna go with that.
Between you and me, I have no idea how we're gonna do this.
Oh.
I'm doing everything I can, but
You've done more than most.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a man, woman, or child left on Horizon, if not for you.
I mean, that is very true. Oh, did I go the angry route and be like it was a setup? Nah, I'm gonna say too many still died, yeah.
I saved some of them. Not enough. And the collectors will keep hitting colonies until I stop them.
Yeah.
So you'll stop them.
And here I thought it'd be difficult.
You'll get the job done. You always do. I just don't know what comes next.
Oh.
So tell me what you want. If this all ends tomorrow, what happens to us?
Well, obviously, death. Well, everybody dies at some point, Liara, you know. I would never say that. Obviously, we die of old age.
I don't know. Marriage, old age, and a lot of little blue children.
Oh.
You just say these things.
Nope. She means it.
Goddess, you were dead.
I got better.
I got better.
This time, but you're going to leave again.
Oh.
When your team is ready, you'll leap through the Omega-4 relay.
Yeah.
I spent 2 years mourning you. So if we're going to try this, I need to know you're always coming back.
Well, both of them are very good options. But how cute, she's scared that she's gonna lose it again. Oh. Anyway.
I don't know. That's a pretty big promise to make.
Oh, is it?
I'd have to have something special to come back to.
I'm open to suggestions.
How about this?
Don't worry, it's not as awkward as the first one.
Thank you, Shepard, for the drinks and everything.
Oh, thank you.
Come back soon, Liara.
Oh, poor Shepard. I would say poor Liara, but more poor Shepard. Oh, nice. It took me back onto the ship. That is very convenient.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, you better not be lying, Kelly. Oh, it's about time. I have father's script. I'm not going to read all this. Someone wants to give us some Prothean technology, basically. But we have to give them 20,000 credits for it, so it's probably a scam, right? Leslie. Oh yeah, Leslie's when we done Jacob's mission, I think she's the one that gave us the PDA a good while back now. But I guess I'll read it out because it's actually quite a nice read note. So, I'm Leslie. I was on I can't remember how to pronounce that. Sorry. The food made me sick. The doctors are helping me now. Good. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to do it. I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I'm getting better. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. Yay, dude. I am not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. Oh, he can't take away my words. He can't make me not me anymore. Because you and Jacob stopped him. Thank you, Leslie. That's a really nice thing. And it's so nice of her to contact Shepard and, I guess, Jacob. But his dad was a really bad man. So, I'm really glad we stopped him. Or, I'm glad we let his own people stop him. I forgot. Kelly's been feeding the fish, right? Whilst I was away, doing the shadow broker stuff. Yeah. Good. Anyway. Let's go and do Thane's loyalty mission. It's about time we get back into things. Although, I'm quite sure we don't actually have to fight in this mission. I would go see if anyone wants to talk, but honestly, I just want to get after Normandy and just straight into the gameplay, man. We've read a letter, we've spoke to Liara. Now it's time to go do some more missions and get on with the story. Okay, so we're gonna go help Thane, and then maybe we'll just help Garrus after that. Maybe not today, but maybe not tomorrow, but someday.
I've found references to a forger named Fade in CSEC crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Thank you, Edie. Okay, we're on the Citadel. It's been a long time since I've been to the Citadel. So let's go. I'm quite no, yeah. The Thane's whole mission is, because he used to be and kind of still is an assassin. His son was spotted on the Citadel, and I think he's heard that he took a contract like his son, so he's worried about his son getting into the wrong group of people, basically.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy.
I know CSEC too well to believe that's true.
I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
Wow. So there's even more now? Shouldn't there be less? Oh, do I need to talk to Bailey? But I don't know, but maybe Bailey knows.
Yes?
I guess I'll... no, I'm just gonna focus on Thane's mission. I'm not gonna mess things up at the moment. Garrus, don't worry, we'll do yours next.
My associate's trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
A what? A duct rat?
What was it you called Mouse?
A duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Is it? Yeah, I was just about to say, is that safe?
Aren't the ducks dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure.
What?
Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run. Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
Well, that was a lot more horrible than I was expecting. Anyway, I guess. Thanks for finding his son. What is Mercy's crimes orbit?
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Commander.
Laugh it up, Garrus.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
Okay, well, thanks for your time.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepard VI when you talk to him.
I wanna.
Sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
I guess, yeah, why would you help? But thank you, as well.
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked Zakera for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care.
Yeah.
You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
Bailey is such a sweetheart. I love Bailey so much. Everybody in this game is just so nice. Well, like 95%. But let's go find your son before he does anything stupid. And thank you, Bailey.
We better hurry then.
Say thank you. Rude.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
Of course not. Yeah, he may, you know, arrest your son or something, and then you don't get a chance to talk to him.
He's a cop. They try to stop Kolyat, and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Or that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
You're welcome, then. Okay. What are we doing? Here. Oh, maybe I can buy some fish.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Isn't that just great? I just sponsor the whole Citadel. Oh. Fish and models. Nice. Always nice to have stuff.
So do you want to get one of the fish, or maybe a model ship?
How is a model ship supposed to remind me of the Citadel?
It's festive, and you like ships.
Festive.
I'm an engineer, honey. I look at ships all day.
You can put a pin on these dudes too, I guess. I mean, they're not, you don't get to talk to them ever, but they do appear at some point again.
Yeah, I can get that. No problem.
Oh.
Well, okay, that might be more difficult. No, it's fine. I got some Quarians who can strip the copy protection. Just costs more. Yeah, I got the package. It'll be there. Don't worry. I'll deliver it myself. That won't happen.
Alright,
Yeah,
we're not gonna just sit and eavesdrop.
I'll get it. Don't worry. Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You mouse?
Yeah.
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Everybody did.
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
Oh. But yeah, do you... That sounded very personal. Do you know him?
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
He used winds to help you for things? Wow, that's crazy.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored. They're everywhere, see everything.
I get
Yet
it.
they are never seen.
Yeah.
You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for...
I'm not gonna have him.
They can make me disappear. I'd like to help you, Krios. You've always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you.
Because I knew I had full panic on. But, yeah, of course we'll protect you. I mean, it's not worth your life, is it?
Look, you know Thane. He wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Do it for him.
I want to.
All that.
He was always nice to us. But these people ain't nice, Krios.
Nobody's gonna know you talked to us.
Ain't a shit.
Mouse, I swear that you won't be named.
All right. He came with that hollow you took of me. Said he wanted a job. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kellum.
See, told you he'd come into play today. We watched a video of him knocking a Turian down. Very good guy. Oh yeah, but I think if we ask that first, that disappears. So we're asking about that first.
One other thing. That Shepard VI you're selling?
Oh shit, you heard? Look, you were dead. It was totally legal to make a VI of you.
I wasn't dead, I was just getting put back together. But I want one.
Give me a copy and we'll call it even.
What? I mean, sure, yeah, absolutely. sorry about the whole... Just so you know, there's 3 Volas who are patching it all the time.
Anyway, we're gonna ask about Elias. Get the deets on this game.
Tell me about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago. He was little people when you were here, Krios. He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward, Shin Akiba. He's seriously bad news.
Shin Akiba? What's that? I want to say that, but I feel like it could be taken as aggressive. You know, like you made a smart choice telling us, or we would have broke your legs. You know? So I guess I'm just gonna say bye.
Did good, Mouse.
Yeah. There you go.
I live long enough to pat myself on the back.
Kellum will never know.
I hope not. I'm out of here, Krios. Next time you're in town, just don't bring the family.
What? Yeah, are you okay? I mean, we weren't expecting you to know the person we were going to see about your son. And for you to have perhaps looked after him more than you looked after your son. But anyway, are you okay?
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did.
We're gonna learn that now.
He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees. Bare feet black. A dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then.
Oh.
But I left him, as I left Kolyat.
That's a sin. But we're gonna ask this. Find out all about that.
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him, that anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
Oh, that was sad. I'm sorry about your son and everything. Knock off the mopey crap. Like, stop being depressing. Obviously, I'm not going to say that. But it's not your fault.
Don't blame yourself.
Yeah.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard. You, of all people, know this.
Let's head back to Bailey.
I guess that is also kind of very true, isn't it?
Have you tried Galaxy of Fantasy yet?
No.
I love that game.
But
it's based on
I can't game right now. I'm already gaming. That was a really bad joke. I've had a lot of really bad jokes recently. I need to go to comedy school. Anyway, to Bailey. Bailey, we are back. Thank you for the information. Can you help us some more?
Yes?
There's a guy we need you to help find.
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Yeah. Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the CSEC charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
Uh-huh. So that's gonna get in the way of our thing. But yeah, you're saying he basically bribes you to do what he wants?
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight. And if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Well, I guess I really thank you. Let's arrest the mofo and find out what's going on.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
We got this thing. We're gonna interrogate someone. Interrogations! He also knocked someone down, by the way. Like a Turian. Just saying.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Yeah.
Captain, his lawyer's here.
Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if CSEC gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
Thank you. We'll try.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
Thoughts on how we approach it?
You be good cop. I'm gonna let Shepard be bad cop. Because I got full Paragon, so I can do all the renegade I want.
You talk to him. Appeal to his self-interest. I'll put the screws to him if he needs it.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll pretend to be on his side. But if we waste too much time negotiating, Bailey won't be able to stall Kellum's advocate.
I got it. It's fine.
Get me out of these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. The hell are you two?
Bailey. Look, I love this. They're just like pure casual interrogations. Oh, I can't use that. I guess maybe, you know, we'll start off with a little, we're not CSEC, you know, let them know who we are.
Bailey has nothing to do with this. We just want a few answers. Off the record.
Off the record in a CSEC interrogation room? Sure.
You hired an assassin. Who do you want dead?
Yeah.
I want to see my advocate.
Your advocate hasn't arrived. We're trying to find him.
I'm not saying a damn word until he's here. You two are in way over your heads.
Pay attention, Mr. Kellum.
That wasn't a good idea, kid. That is gonna cost you.
Control your temper. We want him to talk.
Sorry.
Sorry. My associate gets a little excited during interrogations.
Hit me again, asshole. Every punch is another credit in my pocket.
This time.
Yeah, thought so. Chicken shit.
Oh, is that so? Oh, I should have done it. I hope there's another chance to, though.
Think carefully, Elias. I want to catch the assassin, not you. Why stick your neck out for him?
You want me to confess to putting a contract on someone? You think I'm stupid?
I get the name, I walk out. You never see me again.
Yep.
I got no reason to believe you.
You don't have a reason to disbelieve either.
True.
This isn't working, Shepard. We're making no progress.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see.
Okay.
I'm done being patient. Give me a name or I'll cut your balls off and sell them to a Krogan.
Are you good?
All right. Fucking quit it.
Knew it.
Ain't worth this. Joram Talid. Turian running for office on the Zakira ward. He messes with legitimate businessmen. I'm gonna stop it.
Where and when?
His apartment, the 800 blocks. You better hurry him.
What's going on here? Get away from my client.
Nothing.
You played me.
Yeah, I think we did, Mr. Kellum. Let's go, Thane.
I've enjoyed our chat, Elias. Thanks for your help.
This isn't over.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Wait, you got what you wanted. Who ratted me out?
We're not gonna grass mouse up, obviously. Thane knows him.
I guess you have something to think about while you're in here, huh?
I'll find out. And once I have a name, I'll...
Elias, as your legal advocate, I advise you to shut the hell up.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Held up in traffic.
Yeah, traffic. Thanks, Bailey.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Okay. The truth? Really?
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
Yeah.
Before the Battle of the Citadel, the alien population thought we were violent upstarts. Look what's happened since then.
We saved them.
A human fleet guarding the station for months. C-Sec filled with humans. Anderson does what he can, but some people have lived on the station since before humans had starships.
Wow.
They see it as a coup.
But we saved the Citadel. They should be thanking us, really. That's democracy for you. Definitely.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard.
Sauce.
Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Yeah.
Follow to lead on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view.
Oh. Mysterious.
Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
How cool is that? Also, shaking it up a little bit by not
It's been
shooting
wonderful
things.
talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
Ha! Thanks. Just remember, it's not all about the humans. They couldn't have gained this much power without the Council's support. Taking back our ward is only the first step. We must remove the cowards and appeasers on the Council. This doesn't stop here.
Okay.
I won't rest until the humans have
Gonna
been removed
update
from
Thane.
power.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
Where?
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
Okay, let's follow him.
I'm following.
How? I thought that looked like Rex for a second. That is Rexy's face. Rex is anti-human? I thought we were bros, man.
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Cole yet?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
So obviously not Rex, it's just the face model. But still, come on, BioWare. Don't make Rex look anti-human. He's our best friend. Other than Garrus and Liara and Tally and everyone else.
Do you have the target?
Yeah. Nothing. You're not gonna. Okay. Didn't see him.
Can you give me an update?
You sure can.
I'm almost in position. He's letting the bodyguard do all the work. Then let him deny involvement.
True.
No sign of trouble.
I don't know. The guy looks pretty scared of the Krogan. I don't trust it. Did he threaten him?
I see him.
Same. Oh, they're running. What did he do? Why are they running? Will Goliath ever catch up with them?
I'm following.
Oh, we're getting to the club.
No problem so far. What's he doing?
Oh, I don't know. Oh god. Oh, he's behind that door. I forgot we stopped again. He's here. It's fine. He's here.
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a
target in sight.
Sorry, I totally messed that up. I forgot we stopped.
What's his status?
He's
Yes,
with more
sir.
Krogan.
You're running for office. Lots of people watch you.
What's his status?
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
Yes, sir.
I'm wearing red. Maybe he'll think I'm with him. Well, some red. Oh yeah. Hello.
Hey, who are you?
not
What are you
gonna
doing back here?
This is a bomb. I'm definitely a health inspector. I have a gun in case there's giant rats. Mm-hmm.
I'm with the Citadel Health and Safety. We've had vermin reports in storage areas around here.
See?
What? You can't be serious. How did you get in here?
If I didn't have authorization, how did I get in? You see any other doors?
There's the keeper. Never mind. Just go on through, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Just don't let my boss see you.
I won't, don't worry. You could have got punched in the face, just so you know. What was that thing? I was too busy threatening people. Oh, was it Kolyat himself? Huh? You're not exactly discreet like your father. Wow, definitely not discreet. Oh wow, he took out the crooked.
Thane,
I saw.
he's heading to Talid's apartment.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a cool chase scene. Don't do it then. Collier, sorry.
Collier.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
Yeah.
I don't need your help.
Yeah, you do.
What the hell?
Talid, get the hell out of here.
You're lucky you're alive.
Yeah, I will.
Stop being racist or xenophobic.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Do we want to tell him that his dad's dying, like, right here? It's a bit much, isn't it? But I mean, at least we caught him, thankfully, before he done anything really stupid. I guess it's the good option, I guess, isn't it? Screw it.
Your father doesn't have much time left, Collier. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace.
Oh.
You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me.
Wow.
It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the deep, I went to find them. The triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Collier, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
Oh.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers.
That's true.
Boys, take Collier and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
Oh, thanks, Bailey. You're so nice. Yeah, why are you helping?
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son?
Oh.
I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Oh. Poor Bailey. At least they're getting a chance to talk, even if it is in a police cell thing. An interrogation room, whatever. At least they're getting to talk it out. Just they two pure. Awkwardly.
I've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the C-Sec archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house.
Uh-huh.
The prime suspect was a Drell.
Yeah.
We never caught him.
Are you accusing Thane of all sorts of crimes 10 years ago? It's a bit much. After all this help, he knows Thane's dying, and he's like, nah, he's going to jail, man. He done a lot of good stuff a long time ago. What an end to a tale. I think it's, maybe time to let that go, Bailey.
10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
And also, you don't know it was him, right?
How'd it go?
Yeah.
Our problems, they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Oh, good.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
That is true, they were criminals. I mean, he was like anti-human, and Elias Kellum was anti that guy. There was a lot of crime going on, and technically, not the worst thing on the Citadel. Not the worst guy in the Citadel, right?
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
Exactly.
But he can't just get away with it.
Kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder?
Yeah.
What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
Oh. And you go, Shepard.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah. Thanks, Bailey. Such a good guy. And I guess that's us done. Well, we have to talk to Thane on the ship, of course. But I feel like it makes sense to just go start Garris's mission, doesn't it? I mean, that just makes the most sense. I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to take us to where Garris is. Oh no, we need to talk to Bailey about that first as well, actually, don't we? Maybe I'll talk to Bailey about Fade. You know what? I'll actually just leave that for next week. You know what? And I'll just leave this episode here, and then we'll just do a whole Garris thing next time. And I'm quite sure we'll probably return to the Normandy after Garris's mission, so I'll just talk to Thane next time. But troops, I really hope you enjoyed being back with us, being back with Mass Effect 2, and, well, first of all, seeing Liara, and completely finishing the DLC, now that we're... I mean, we can go back, but it's just to upgrade things or get minerals. So, we're completely done the Shadow Broker DLC, which is absolutely amazing, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed Thane's loyalty mission. Tell me what you think of Thane in the comments. Do you normally romance him, or are you not a fan of him? I don't know. Part of me didn't hate Thane, but I'm sure I've mentioned that sometimes characters just don't get enough screen time. So, like Thane, he's not a background character, but he just doesn't get as much attention. Like, that mission was short and tiny, you know? I guess it's just a case that I didn't get to know him as well. Nah, I don't know what it was. Maybe if we got to see him a bit more, I would have fell in love with him, like I fell in love with Garrus and the rest of them, you know. Not that I don't love him. I do love Thane as a character. I love them all, except for, like, Jacob and Caden. That's not even hate, it's just annoying. Anyway, that is more. But, troops, I do hope you enjoyed us being back with Mass Effect, because I know I had a lot of fun playing the game again, and it's good to hear everybody. But I guess next week, as you heard about 2 minutes ago, we're going to be going to then Garris's loyalty mission, where he's basically getting revenge for a guy that killed, or set up a trap to kill all of his crew on Omega when he was Archangel and all that, you know, when he was fighting justice. So I'm quite sure the guy's name is Sidonis. So we're gonna go help him. Do we maybe try and talk him out of doing things? Come and find out next time on Mass Effect 2 to find out what happens. But until then, wherever you are, troops, day or night, I hope you're having a good one, and I hope you're staying as safe as you can. And until the next time, troops. Thumbs! And my gal Shepard over here. We're 2 seconds. And Garrus and Thane, of course. We're